Hey guys, what's going on? Austin here, and in this video I'm going to be going over 5-minute fantasies week 8 hits and misses. With the quarterbacks, I hit 60%. Didn't do great on the starts. I said to start Jimmy G, Nick Foles, and Jared Goff. Those were all mistakes. I salvaged that with Joe Burrow and Stafford. They had good games, but then I did really well on the sits. I said to sit Lamar, said to sit Josh Allen, sit Derek Carr, and sit Tua. So I got a lot of those. Running backs, I hit 70% this week. I said to start Jerick McKinnon and Jamal Williams. Those guys both had great games. I said to start James White. He ended up having a really poor game. I also said to start Leonard Fournette and Melvin Gordon, and they both ended up having like average to slightly above average games. And then with the sits, I did really well too. I said to sit Boston Scott, Devin Singletary, Ezekiel Elliott, and DeAndre Swift. They all ended up having really poor games. The only one that I got wrong on the sits was I said to sit David Montgomery, who ended up having a much better game against the Saints than I anticipated. The wide receivers, I think this is the worst I've ever done with wide receivers. I hit on 50%. I said to start Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. Those were both mistakes because Curtis Samuel ended up having the big game for Carolina that week. But then I said also to start all three of Cincinnati's wide receivers. AJ Green didn't really get much playing time, but the other two really hit. I said to start Travis Fulgham against Dallas. And I also said to start CeeDee Lamb. That was a miss. And then the sits, it was back and forth. Adam Thielen, I got right. Sit Allen Robinson was wrong. Sit Amari Cooper was right. Sit Stephon Diggs was wrong. And then to sit Devontae Parker, that was right. I also said for the tight ends, I got 63%. I said you're going to want to start Evan Ingram, Gronk, and TJ Hawkinson. I hit on all of those. I said you're going to want to start Jimmy Graham, and I didn't get that one right. Jimmy Graham ended up having a really slow game. With the sits, I said to sit Mark Andrews. That was right. I said to sit Hunter Henry. That was right. And then Hayden Hurst and Eric Ebron, I said to sit, and they ended up having touchdowns that saved some poor performances. So I did get those ones wrong. And then the defenses, this is the worst I've ever done on any position ever. I only got 45% of the defenses right this week. I said that you're going to want to start New Orleans. That was right. Start Philadelphia. That was right. But then the three starts that I got wrong, I said start New England, start Detroit, and start LA. Completely missed on those games. And then the sits, I got 50-50. Indianapolis, I said to sit, and Pittsburgh, I said to sit. They both ended up having pretty great games. I mean, I think Pittsburgh had 4 turnovers forced against Baltimore, so that was pretty great for them. But I did say to sit San Francisco and to sit Baltimore, so that ended up bringing that back up to 45%. So I'm still doing all right on the coin flips. One below standard week, but make sure to look ahead for future content and be sure to like and subscribe this video.